Hi, I'm Eric with Simply Elegant Home Cooking. Today I'm going to show you my recipe for oven roasted asparagus. A lot of people think they don't like asparagus and other green vegetables because they've gone their whole lives and have never had them cooked properly. But today I'm going to show you a simple, foolproof method to get this to turn out perfect in your oven. It only takes about 10 or 15 minutes. Super simple and it's foolproof. You're going to love it. Stick around. I'll show you how it's done. So one of my tricks for roasting asparagus or really any other vegetable is you want to roast it on high temperatures and for a short amount of time. One of the ways to help speed this along is to preheat your pan. I'm using a very high quality thick roasting pan. I have my oven preheating to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, and what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to take this roasting pan and preheat it in the oven. And while we preheat our oven as well as our roasting pan, we can prep the rest of the ingredients. So I have about 3/4 of a pound of asparagus. Now I have thick cut asparagus. I don't really recommend that you use pencil asparagus because it's just too easy to overcook that in a hot oven. So what you want to do, and for mine it's already done, but you want to rinse it and dry it off, and you want to cut off about 1/3 of the length, the woodsy end. You can see mine are already cut, but if you don't buy it pre-cut, make sure you trim off that fibrous portion at the end. It's not going to taste good if you don't. And this is optional, but we're going to serve this asparagus with a gremolata, which is really just a fancy way of saying some minced fresh herbs as well as some lemon zest and garlic. So what you want to do, I have some parsley, but you can really use whatever herbs you like. I'm going to just shave a little bit off with a knife. I'm going to remove a couple of those stems. And what we want to do with our knife, we just want to run that through the parsley until it's very finely minced. And you want to take it until it looks about like that. And this is optional, but along with our parsley, we're going to do the same thing with some fresh thyme. So I've separated the leaves from the stems. And again, I'm going to take my knife in and just very finely mince up those thyme leaves. In addition to our minced parsley and fresh thyme, we're going to also do some lemon zest. So I'm using a microplane, and what you want to do is you just want to take a lemon and zest like so. Just a lot of flavor and brightness in that lemon zest. And that's what you're left with. And the final ingredient in our gremolata is a garlic clove. What you want to do, you want to start by just slicing that up. And you just want to take your knife and just mince that garlic as fine as you can get it. We're just going to keep running our knife over it like so until this is just as finely minced as you can get with a knife. And that's what you're looking for. You just want to take that minced garlic until it looks about like this consistency. Okay, so here's how our dish comes together. We have our preheated sheet pan. We've preheated that on 500 degrees. I'm going to go in with my asparagus, and you'll notice that sizzles right away. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add about just a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. You want to get that on there and just move it around a bit. You don't want to use too much oil. You don't need much. So what we want to do, we want to lay that out on an even layer. We're going to hit it with some pepper and salt. Give it a quick mix, just to evenly incorporate everything. And what we're going to do, we're going to get it all laid down evenly, and I'm going to throw that back in the oven on a single layer. We're going to let it sear for about 8 or 9 minutes, untouched. Okay, and that's how we're looking after 9 minutes. You can see we got nice char on the bottom. When we flip that over, you can see we kind of like seared that with that high heat, which is perfect. But the other side is nice and bright and green. So at this point, what we want to do, we want to take that gremolata and we just want to spoon that over top like so. And then we want to just mix this up as evenly as we can. So you want to take your tongs and just kind of move that around. And that raw garlic is going to cook a little bit on that hot sheet pan. You know, we minced it very finely, so it's not going to take long at all. But we just want to move that around to take that raw edge off the garlic and to evenly incorporate all of those fresh herbs. This roasted asparagus is just about ready to serve up, and this is going to be delicious. Okay, so here's the finished product. Oven roasted asparagus with the fresh herb Gremolata. Let's dig in and give them a try. So that turned out perfectly. We got a really nice sear on the exterior of the asparagus. Just really gives it amazing flavor. You can see though it's still nice and bright and green, and it's still nice and tender. You don't want to overcook your asparagus. It's really easy just to overcook it and let it turn to mush. That didn't happen because we used a high heat oven roasted method. This is just a foolproof way to make your asparagus turn out perfectly. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you give it a try. I'm Eric from Simply Elegant Home Cooking. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you again real soon.